Do you wake up every day with a curious mind? The universe isn't just out there, it's interacting with you. Claim your power by embracing the unknown. This is Tracy with Tracy Talks, and I'm here to ignite your curiosity. Don't just listen, embrace it. I know many of us want to walk around this earth believing that we have the answers. We like to feel like we know what we're doing and where we're going. We like having that feeling so much so that we are actually shutting ourselves off from the possibility, from the unknown. It's interesting how we can walk through life believing we know the best path or the best approach to living. We can believe that we see interactions as they are, but that isn't always true. We see things through a lens in which we need to see them. We see our circumstances as we want to see them. This isn't a fixed reality, but we like to live in an environment where we feel like we know what's going to happen. We want to know how things are going to unfold. And when we stay in this fixed mindset, we can't see everything there is to see. Lately, I have been trying to take more pictures of nature and the birds and the trees and the grass and the field. It has helped me to be present in the moment as I am walking. If I am listening to a podcast, listening to music, or listening to something, I'm not actually grounded into the moment that I'm in. I have been trying to notice small things in nature and take pictures. I notice the dandelions. I notice the corn coming up in the field. I'm noticing the hummingbirds and the butterflies. There are times where I will actually take a picture of something that I like, that I love, that really speaks to me. And I find it always interesting. I will be focused on the flower, and I will be so focused on the flower, I don't see anything around it. I don't see the background. I don't see the small little weeds coming up next to it. It isn't until I look at the picture after my walk, and I really look at the picture, and there's this whole other world that is happening all at the same time. I was only focused on the flower. I was only focused on one small thing in this whole world. And that's my point, is we get so fixated on looking at one part of the whole. We're fixated on it. We focus in on it. And oftentimes we aren't even aware of everything else that's going on. We miss opportunities. We miss things. We miss seeing things in different ways. And it's easier when I'm looking at a flower. It is easier for me to have this expanded view of it. It's more difficult in relationships. It's more difficult with people. Oftentimes when things happen in our life, we want to label them as good or bad. We can easily put it into a lane or a category. If it's good, then it means this. If it's bad, then it means this. And it's really difficult for us to see somebody as good once we have put them in the bad category. And oftentimes we put somebody and label them as bad based on one situation, one small little occurrence. They could have done 25 wonderful things before you knew them or you met up with them. But we have these intersection points with people in our life where, for whatever reason, our pathways intersect and we cross. And some days we have good intersections and some days we have bad intersections. And because we had a bad interaction, a bad occurrence, we can easily discount the whole of someone. All I'm suggesting is there is oftentimes so much more to what is happening around us. And how do we tap into that? How do we see that, experience that? And sometimes it just takes a small little effort to stay curious, to not make a quick decision, to not label something, to be open to a possibility. Okay, let's see where this goes. Maybe give somebody some grace when they have said something, when they have done something. Give them grace. There is a possibility that we have a lot of things in our life wrong. We don't always have the full context. I can probably imagine that we rarely have the full information or the context. We rarely know the whole story. And yet, we are fixated on our interpretation. We're fixated on believing our own truth. What does staying curious mean? It means we open ourselves up to a different possibility. Ask to be shown situations in a different way. We can easily witness a situation, and in that moment, we can make a quick judgment. Who is right and who is wrong? And many situations often have a series of events that have led up to that moment. We rarely know the full story. We rarely know all of the details. We don't know all of the emotions. We don't know all the pains, and we don't know all the truths. And I mean, realistically, it isn't necessary for each of us to walk around absorbing all of those details of everyone else's life and everyone else's stories. That isn't realistic or necessary. I am encouraging you to try to open yourself up to new things that show up in your life. Stay curious to allowing something to unfold. Don't force it. Don't try to make things happen. Allow things to come to you. And don't automatically think you know all of the information. Try new searches. Seek out more information. Try to get more details. Don't respond in the same way that you always respond. There is a large number of people who want change, who want more depth, richer lives, meaningful connections. We want to feel more. But yet we walk around with this protective shield. We walk around in an energetic shield. Allow yourself to stay curious to what is around you. And when things show up, assume you don't have all the information. Ask to be shown more. Ask to see things differently. Ask to be present in the moment and allow things to unfold. It is amazing what the world can show you when you show up with a beginner's mindset and stay curious. Thank you for listening to this episode of Tracy Talks. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe, and share with others who would enjoy listening to this podcast. Friends can find Tracy Talks available on iTunes, Spotify, Substack, and YouTube. Hit me up on Instagram and Facebook at More Tracy Talks. And until next time, we meet again.